Okay, so what do you got, my friend?
All right, so I got a few things to hit. So, one, I wanted to talk about how we rewatched Turning Red, because I feel like we haven't gotten a chance to talk at length about
Disney
it.
movie?
The Disney movie.
Yeah.
This is just a really charming movie.
Yeah, it was... I don't know. I was indifferent about it.
I like it. I think that the fact that they use cringe elements so strongly, where like... we were joking about it afterwards, but there's so many moments in the movie where it's like, okay, imagine the worst thing that could happen to a middle schooler in an ABC Family sitcom, and now imagine another terrible thing happening at the same time, and now imagine their worst enemy is also there for the entire experience. And they have several moments like that in the movie where you're just like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, this mother. Someone needs to arrest this mother for child abuse. This is the worst thing I've ever seen anyone do. But there's kind of a charm in those moments because it adds to the saga of everything going on. But I think it's also just, it's a nice movie that touches on subjects that we don't talk about. You know, the fact that pads and getting your period are kind of not just the main crux of the story, but spoken of openly. You know, it's not one of those things where it's like, okay, this is going to be a parable about getting your period, but we're not going to talk about any of the elements that go into that. It actually does look at those elements and kind of take them apart and be like, no, we're not just going to talk about this in, you know, scare quotes. We're going to talk about it directly. And also there's this metaphor that goes on with it too. So if you haven't seen it, Turning Red is great, and kind of critically I don't want to say maligned, but underappreciated.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't that part of the like quote unquote COVID period?
It was.
Still?
It came out I think in 21.
Yeah, so it was still like no one was really going to the movies.
No one was going to the theaters, but the big thing that bothers us in this house is that Disney did eventually release it in theaters and did absolutely no marketing.
Of course not.
And so it didn't do anything in theaters, and they were like, oh, well, we tried. And it's like, no, you fucking you tried in the sense that you had 4 wheels on the car, but those 4 wheels were all replacement donuts that aren't supposed to actually run more than 5 miles. So, you know, of course you couldn't drive all the way across the country on them. Yeah. So... Turning
Disney
Red
can still go fuck
themselves. Speaking of Disney going to fuck themselves, I think this is a great opportunity to talk about the other thing that we talked about last week, where we just need to touch on something, which is that your voice does actually matter.
Yeah.
And in this capitalistic society, the biggest thing that you can do is vote with your money.
Yeah.
Disney, basically, before I was even done editing the show, Disney put Kimmel back on TV and left it up to Nexstar and Sinclair to decide.
Which Sinclair ended up folding.
Sinclair folded by Friday.
Yeah.
I love that both Disney and Sinclair talked about these open-minded, wide-reaching discussions, and I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
There were no open-minded, wide-reaching discussions.
People canceled their fucking Disney Plus.
You lost $4 billion.
Yep.
And Sinclair knew that if they continued down this path, they would be taken to court. I think that they should still be taken to court over this matter. I don't think that this should be done. I still think somebody should take them to court over this.
And I love the fact that Sinclair folded, because what these jackasses are going to understand eventually is the majority of this country are not MAGA.
Yeah.
Sinclair's pushing the MAGA message on all the... Everyone's going to turn off the channel.
Yeah.
And they're going to end up losing all their fucking money because they're not going to have any viewers, because all the fucking, like, 90-year-old MAGA people are going to drop fucking dead soon. Well, and then you're going to be grossly outnumbered because no one is going to be watching your shit.
Well, like, you talk about how everybody watched Kimmel's reappearance.
Yeah.
The vast majority of people watched it on either YouTube or Disney Plus.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, so that was a bunch of eyeballs that you just lost, Sinclair.
Yeah.
You just lost an entire, the highest grossing week of this show.
Yep.
You just lost all of it over what? You wanted to go through with this merger, and so you were going to kind of ham-fist your way through it and make it happen, even though you were so very clearly on the wrong side of the law, to the point where literally the entire country rose up with one voice and said, fuck you. But sure, we had some very open conversations about how we were going to progress with this moving forward. No. You got your pants, you pulled your pants down in the middle of the street, and then you got run over by a car.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, I guess that was a bad idea. And I just hope someone takes you to court for public indecency and for reckless endangerment.
And I'm hoping the fallout of this shows the next company to just grow some balls.
Yeah.
And fight.
That is still the resounding thing that I come back away from this with. They have to do it. Is just Disney, way to be a fucking pansy about the whole thing.
Yes.
You were just a patsy the whole way down. You never had backbone in this whole thing. Bob Iger talks all the time about being this Democrat, this radical Democrat who gives to different Democrat groups and whatever. No. Get the fuck out of here. If you actually cared, I still say you would have stood up and said the right thing and become folk heroes across the country for basically saying, no, we're fucking not going to do that. We're not going to do that. It's our moral obligation as a content provider to not do that. Yeah.
But it's still, once again, if anyone believes that Iger is truly a Democrat, you just need to go to his theme park.
Yeah.
And you go to Disney World, and that is the most capitalistic, anti-liberal place you could possibly go in your life.
Well, it's like how I don't consider Schumer or Gillibrand or any number of New York quote-unquote Democrats.
Oh, Schumer's got to stop.
They're centrists. They are not Democrats. They're Democrats in name only. And I would call them dinos, but that's too cool a name. I'm not going to call you a dino because that I'm not. But like the fact it will always be the most damning thing. It's not the fact that Schumer has been given the same commencement speech for over 10 years. And it's not the fact that Schumer has been in power since the 90s and has watched literally all of this happen and done fuck all about it.
He's written a lot of stern letters.
Oh, including to me.
Yeah.
Saying that the only way to stop Trump after 6 weeks of letting him get away with whatever he wants is if I specifically give Schumer $5.
Yeah.
That's the only way that Schumer can do anything to fight this.
And it's sad. Trump is still at the top of my list of politicians that need to go, but as bad as all the other Republicans are, Schumer's number 2.
Oh, I'm at the point now where I want to look at the British and be like, listen, the British are basically our parents.
Yeah.
We learned by watching them. We learned how to be capitalist. We learned how to smoke weed by watching them. We learned how to drink by watching them. We learned how to go and colonize the entire fucking earth by watching them. I think we look to the British and say, hey, how do the British do when this fucking shit happens? Everybody is up. Yeah. Every seat is up. You got 2 weeks. Campaign for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Make me understand why you should keep your job. Otherwise, you're gone. You're just gone.
I agree.
Rip them all out. Get it all out of here. I'm done. Every seat. Every single fucking seat.
These multiple-year election cycles have got to go.
I want...
2 weeks.
Let's
say a month. You have a month.
I want, moving forward, I want not just hard caps on term limits. I want, like, so hard of cap that, like, it's like that pendulum. That pendulum needs to swing way back. It's so far out of whack that it needs to swing too far back in the other direction. I want, you have 6 years maximum.
Yeah.
It's not 6 years until your next election. You have 6 years. That's it. And you're up for election every 2 years. Okay? So if you're not getting the job done, we can get you out of there real quick.
Yeah.
And you only got 6 years to get anything you want to get done. So I suggest you don't fucking dance around on this and get to fucking work. Because otherwise we will find someone that will do the job.
And to add on to that, the Supreme Court should be 10-year term limit, and we should elect. We should elect.
Yes. Again, strip the entire court. Yep. All of them out. We'll start again.
And let us elect them.
Yes. None of this, oh, my senator is going to take care of it.
Nope.
My senator is going to take care of it. No. Because in the same way that I don't want to damn all Texans, but I also can't help but look at the fact that Ted Cruz has been elected over and over and over again. And gerrymandering, I get it. But at the same time, Ted Cruz keeps getting elected for a reason.
No one fucking likes Ted Cruz.
And no one likes him, including anybody in your state.
But he still gets elected.
So you need to look at that. That's a huge problem.
Same with you, Maine and Susan Collins.
Yes.
Fucking stop.
For people that keep on saying, I hate my elected officials, then why do they keep winning?
Yeah.
Then why do they keep winning? Okay?
Because people are so afraid of change. It's like, no, dude, change is good sometimes.
No, I'm literally root and branch. I want to rip the whole thing down and just start all over.
I agree.
Just like every seat's open. I love AOC. I love Bernie. I love Liz Warren. Every seat is open.
Yep.
Every seat. And if you're good, you'll get your job back. But right now, we got a real problem.
Yeah.
And we got to gut the House. It's all of it. And the Senate.
Agree.
Anyway, so we won.
Nice tangent.
But I'm angry.
Yes.
But we won.